Hey, what is up? A bit of a different video today. Now, normally when I spawn into a game, I always advocate for being aggressive and being out in front, especially if you are in a top tier tank, as like I am right now in a tier 6, and I am a top tier top dog. But what am I doing? I'm on steps map. What I want to do is try and spot out the enemy light tank. First of all, catch him in the open crossing. Maybe we can take him out early, and that's exactly what happened. I spot him, land one shot at him, but he manages to hide behind the rock. So what I'm going to do is let him disappear and then shoot the bush next to him, anticipating that he might pop out there to have a spot. So I'm waiting for him, giving it a few seconds. Let him go check out the bush, and then I fire 2 shots at him. I might have hit him, I might have not hit him, I'm not sure. I didn't take him out, so I'm thinking, what am I going to do? Maybe I'll see if I can spot him out again and just check out that spot. It looks like our artillery has managed to take him out by firing a blind shot there. What am I doing now? If you take a look at the minimap, you can see most of my team went left to the west side, and four tanks on my team has gone to the right side, to the east side. Where am I going? I look like I'm going to K0, climbing up that position. Looks like I'm changing my mind, and now I'm heading to back up these 3-4 guys here on the east side. I'm still making up my mind, don't know what to do, and this is the lesson for today, I suppose. What I was trying to say, when you don't exactly know what you want to do or want to commit to either the left side or right side, it's okay to hang around. It's okay to do nothing. Here I am, found myself in a bit of a pickle here, managed to fire in between those keep the bush in between myself and the enemy, so I fired at him unspotted. Looks like the Valiant out in front on the low ground. He is being spotted and he is going to be taken out because he's being overmatched there 2-1 or 3-1. I'm being spotted right now. I need to evade and run away. This is an untenable position. Why do you see so many 3-4 enemy tanks on the low ground on the east side? It means they are not alone. It means it is more than 3-4 tanks on the east side. Probably a lot more tanks are behind them. That is why they are pushing so hard. And you see me actually ditching these 3-4 guys here on the east side, and I am running away, making my position up to this K0 sniper's nest here right at the top. Why am I doing that? Well, you could argue I could be in front out there helping those guys out and being aggressive, but think about it, I am in a medium tank that basically does not have a lot of armor. So if I were to be out in the front, I would be trading 1 shot for 1 shot, and that might not be a very wise idea. So what I'm doing right now is taking a sniper's nest position, using my team's forward location to do the spotting for me. They are either spotting by proxy, or they are spotting because they have direct sight over them. So I am using their spot and I am shooting with their assistance. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I've already taken out 2 tanks. Looks like I'm taking out 3 tanks. The only survivor on the east side here is that SU-100, and I'm the only guy that's supporting him. So that's a good job that I did run away and take up this position, because they could not spot me while I was shooting at them. And I have that SU-100, you know, being the forward guy. Anyone that tries to rush him out, I can support him with my tank. Now we are 8 all, and you saw me driving around in circles, not knowing where to go just now. That was my point about this video. When you don't know where you wanted to go, initially what I wanted to do was join my western team. On the west side, the KV1, KV2, T34 on the western side. I wanted to push out to that side as soon as I saw the KV2 on the enemy team that was also on the west side. I wanted to be with my heavy tanks, support them and help them win that side. But then when I saw that the Valiant was being rushed, it looked like the eastern side was going to be overmatched and overrun. So what I was doing was calculating in my mind, if I had pushed on and continued to help the west side, could I eliminate all the enemies on the west side quickly enough that they could not overrun the east side and push on to our cap? And I calculated in my mind that the amount of time it took me to drive over to the west side, help my heavy tanks, destroy whoever was left on the west side. By the time we managed to kill everything on the west side and push towards the enemy cap, we would have been overrun on the east side and probably been taking pressure on our cap, and then I would have to turn back from the west side anyway. So it was a better idea for me to stay on the east side, take up this sniper nest position, and sacrifice my teammates. Now I could have stayed with my teammates and helped them to defend, but it would have been a very honorable thing to do, but we could have lost the game very easily if I had stayed in this position. So I did the right thing by being on the sniper's nest, even though it looked like it was a little bit selfish. That is why sometimes you will see a lot of inexperienced players or new players, they will always call out the snipers at the back, and they will always call them, "Oh, you unicum sniper," or "You selfish player, you should be out here helping out the team." Sometimes they are doing the right thing. As I mentioned, I ran away, took the sniper's nest position. It did look selfish. It did look like I was being a pussy bitch, but I was actually doing the right thing to help my team win the overall game, which is the actual goal of the game, right? You want to win the game. Like I said, normally I advocate for being out in the front and being aggressive, but in situations like this where you can't really figure out where the game or where the enemy is going to attack from, where is the stronger side, it's okay to wait it out. It's okay to let the game develop before you make a concrete decision or make or commit to either side, whether you want to push with the western team or whether you want to help push forward on the eastern side. Or the third option, which I took, was camp like a pussy bitch on the sniper's nest and try to salvage a losing position. We were clearly losing on the east side. I totally carried this bitch almost single-handedly just by being a pussy ass bitch and sniping on the snipers, climbing onto the sniper's nest. I did the right thing, even though at the time it looked a little bit selfish, it looked a little bit punk ass pussy bitch, but it was the right thing to do. And I wanted to share with you because these kind of situations play out a lot. If you play 10 games, 15 games every day in random battles, you will encounter 1-2 games like this every day. You will see someone doing this and you think to yourself, oh my god, what a pussy ass bitch. And then if you have XVM, you'll be like, oh, of course, he is a unicum, he's a good player. Obviously, he's going to chai snipe or red line snipe from the red line. Obviously, he's going to do that, only care about his own stats and, rack up the damage, get his purple stats, his 3 marks or whatever. But a lot of the times, that is not what's going on in a good player's brain. A good player's brain, they always, yes, they want to churn out the damage, they want to do a lot of damage, but they also always want to win. Trust me, all the good players always want to win, even when you see them taking up a sniper's nest position, or you see them chai sniping from the red line. They are actually trying to act in the best interest of the team. They are trying to help the team win. They are trying to carry the game. They are not necessarily trying to just pad their damage count and try to just make their damage count greater. They're not just trying to do that. Yes, they are trying to do that. I'm not saying they're not 100, but they're not 100% all the time trying to be selfish. A lot of the times, I dare say 99% of the times, they are looking at the best interest of the team, which is try to survive as long as possible, try to do as much damage as possible. In the process of doing that, they are winning the game for the team. So this video today, I wanted to show you how I was very indecisive early in the game, and that was not because I was not because I was trying to hide or trying to run away from my responsibilities as a top tier tank, top tier player. But I actually did not know what I wanted to do. I did not know where I wanted to go. I did not know where was the place that I could be most effective for my team, which is why I just didn't do anything. I didn't go anywhere. I just stayed basically around the base area and then let the game develop. When it was apparent that the east side of my map or the east side of my team was getting overrun, I immediately ran away and take up the sniper's nest position, a position that a lot of people know very well, especially on the steps map. If you are a little bit experienced, you know where all the fallback places are, and that's exactly what I did. And as soon as I took up that position, managed to wipe out 3-4 tanks in a row, and then once it was safe to go out, I pushed out and cleaned up the game, and just like that, 8 kills in the Skoda T25. Obviously, this tank is not like the strongest tank in the world, but it is not a weak tank as well. It is a very capable tank, managed to get an ace tanker. So I hope this was a good lesson or a little bit of an insight on how to tackle situations where you might not know what to do or might not be prepared for how things were going to end up in the game. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.